What is happening, YouTube? Welcome to another episode on the EK9 build. Well, EK9, EJ build. The case swap is going ahead good. And if you ain't been to the channel before, my name's Jamie, and I run Boosted Development. So I just thought I'd update every now and then to let people know who I am and what the channel's about. Obviously, you can see it's part 6 of the build, so you understand we build cars. Anyway, today I've already been cracking on. I've been here about an hour. I've took all the old sump off of the K20, cleaned it all up with a blade. And then once I cleaned up with a blade, obviously I've resealed it, Honda bonded it on the engine now, so that's all sorted. Now, I'm gonna take the fuel rail out. I'm sure I brought it here. I hope I have. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna start getting the injectors fitted to the aftermarket fuel rail, ready to basically, yeah, we're gonna maybe get her started soon. Got to work out the fuel line issue though, because I did have some fuel line somewhere, and I don't know where it's gone. So if I can find it, then we're gonna get her started today, hopefully. So yeah, as you can see, I don't seal down all the old gasket and that where I've sealed it off. I put all new Honda bond on it. Put a new knock sensor on also because the old one was broken. And yeah, I'm gonna get the aftermarket fuel rail on now, just to get the fuel lines mocked up and things like that. Once that is on, then I'm gonna get the loom out, and I'm gonna have a good go at the loom at cleaning it because it does look a bit dirty. So yeah, but we're making progress, guys. So that's one step closer to getting it started. One thing I do need to study is obviously you got fuel feed, fuel return and fuel breather. Now, me, like the numbnuts, didn't mark anything here. I believe this went to the fuel filter here, which obviously, I believe it should have fed the rail, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. It's a long while since I've done D&B series, so I can't remember what way it goes. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a look. I've got a couple of mates who sent me some pictures doing K-swaps currently, so I'll work it out off of that. But yeah, I've got to work out what line goes where, and then at the time, I'm gonna get all these injectors pulled out. They're only stock, obviously it's stock K20, and get the fuel line on quickly, and then I'll go from there. Once I've done that, I'll talk you through it. All right, guys, I've got the old rail off and cleaned up around the inlet part and that, and cleaned up the injectors. Just a heads up, right? Using an eBay rail cost me 20 quid, I think. If anyone's thinking of using them, this is what you have to do. You have to notch them out a bit because they're too thick. Because when you screw this down, when you bolt this down on the injectors this way, obviously I can't put more injectors there, it's a bit hard one-handed. But yeah, you tighten it and it won't sit the injectors enough in the inlet and obviously in the rail, and they'll leak. So if you just notch it, it manages to push it down. Like, you have to take about, it might still be hot, but yeah, you have to take a good thickness off it. I don't even know what that is, a couple of mil, easy. So, and then obviously that just pushes the injectors down tight enough, and then you can use your eBay rail as normal with no problems. Obviously this ain't gonna be the rail for the main engine that goes in. It's just to go with this engine, get this engine up and running, and then obviously the big boy engine will be going in. So this is just really just to get the car started, and then whoever buys the K-swap, it'll go with them. If they want to change the rail, they can, but if they don't have to, because it worked fine. But I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up for the eBay rails. That's what you have to do. There are probably other eBay rails out there that you don't have to do that, but I know with this cheapest one going, you have to notch it. I had to do it on my EG, and I've had to do it on this now. So I thought I'd run through that with you. Now we're just going to button it all up for you. All right, so I forgot. We can't start it today. I've lent my mate Craig the coil packs out of him. He wanted them for something. I'm gonna have to go and see him to get my 4 coil packs back to have any chance of starting it. But I've put a new rocker cover gasket on it now, brand spanking new. Obviously got the injectors fully down. I'll just show you what I mean about tightness on the injector rail. Right, now these are all bolted down, and I'm not kidding you. You ain't moving them. They are absolutely solid. So they're not gonna leak unless the seals are broke. But yeah, they are as far as they go. So the injector rail's done already. I couldn't start it today for a couple of things anyway. No coil packs. And I've got about 600 bloody fittings, but not one that fits this Chinese rail. So I'm gonna have to either order a different fitting to adapt it, because their thread's different. I don't know why the Chinese, when they make it out there, they do a different thread on it. And it's not your average AN8 thread. It's a bit thicker than AN8. I've got an AN8 thread over here. Just try and talk you through it quickly. I've got one there somewhere. Where is it? I had it out a minute ago. God. Where did I put that? I'm not sure anyway. It's got AN6s here because that's what most people use. I did have an AN8 just to show exactly what the difference was. But yeah, oh, here it is. So yeah, that's the fine thread of an AN8. As you can see, that's not going to go in there. I'll get the first tooth. There you go. So that's too big for fuel line anyway. So I'm going to have to order a AN8 thin thread fitting because the thread's very different. So yeah, and then once I've ordered it, I'll order it with barb, so I can just have the one running that way and then one running that way. It's just temporary like that in this car to get it started. So I need to order that and get my coil packs back, and then we can start it, guys. Sorry, I forgot about them. So yeah, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to get the loom out and start having a look into the loom and get it ready to fit, and then I'm going to look into also doing the tuck of the wire around this side. So I think you've got to deep in some stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure about deep inning yet. I don't know if I can actually be bothered to deep in it, because yeah, it's just a headache for, I know it look neater, but I don't know, it's a race car and I obviously want it to look a bit neat, but I don't know, I'll have a think, guys, and I'll have a look. But either way, you'll know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go through it all. Right, I've been at it again, and we are getting some good progress now. I apologise, there's been no time lapse. I forgot my tripod yet again. Headache, I know, nightmare. I'm going to definitely bring it next time. I'm going to keep it in my car so I don't forget. Then we'll get some time lapses in. I've been jumping on basically. I'll show you, I'll explain what I've done. Well, you might be able to see what I've been doing. Yeah, so managed to get the wiring all on. All the sensors on anyway, everything plugged in. No, it's not staying like this. This is just, I want to get the car to crank, so I know I'm heading in the right direction. Then I'll think about tightening up the loom and things like that. Filled the engine with oil now, so it's got the right amount of oil in it. One thing I'm a bit stuck on, and obviously I've never done this before, so it's expected. It might be just silly. Obviously I've got all the loom plugged in. That's K100 I'm just using just to get the car running, and that will be for sale soon. Basically, I don't know. Let's see if my light's powerful enough. It's dying. Oh. Anyway, if you can see in there, yeah. So I don't know where the knock sensor plug is and the alternator plug. So where do I start, really? Yeah, I've obviously got this wiring harness, basically from Boostworks Engineering, and it's a conversion harness, and I don't know where the alternator plug goes, unless I have to cut it in from the old charge harness and add it in to this new harness here. I don't know. I've never done this before. Obviously I'm going to speak to a few guys and a few of my mates, and they'll advise me on what to do. But yeah, I don't know where the knock sensor goes, like where the plug is, and I don't know where the alternator plug is. I've got these two plugs. So I've got these two here. Bear with me, it's hard to film in there. So I've got this plug here, that don't fit. Got this plug here, that don't fit. These two I've just had in my hand, they fit together. Not that I think they go together, but they might do, I don't know. So I'm a bit stuck on the wiring at the minute, which obviously I knew I was going to be because I'm not no wiring genius with cars, but I'm going to make a few phone calls because obviously I've got no internet down my unit, which is annoying because I get no signal. So I'm going to make a few phone calls and get some information and see what I can do really, because yeah, I need to get her going. I just want to hear her cranking and now I'm heading in the right direction. So, and she's ready to crank other than that. So I'm gonna have a little food break quickly and then see what I can do. So guys, I've got all the wiring on the best I can. I've not spoken to anyone yet. Just had my food. I thought I'd come back and have a look myself. There's power to the car, but she's not cranking. So I'm gonna explain what I think it might be. Right, yeah, we've got it all plugged up at the moment. I haven't got an earth strap from the engine at all. So I believe it's not earthed enough, which should be maybe the problem why she's not cranking. Obviously, I still haven't found the alternator plug or knock sensor plug. I'll speak to someone about that later on. But yeah, obviously I've got a battery cranked up, obviously ECU, got everything hooked up just to see. And she seems to, look, well, I've got the window open so you can see the power. See, that is power there, so that's it. And then, so it probably is an earthing issue. Well, I've not got enough earth on it. So, yeah, I've bypassed the automatic part, what you meant to. I had a guy comment, I think it was on one of my YouTube videos, and also my boy Camille, said you had to just basically get rid of them wires and just sort of bridge them together. So that's what I've done with a connector. So I don't think that's the problem starting. Yeah, I think it's just generally I've got no earth straps on the engine. So I thought it might crank a bit, but obviously, yeah, I'm going to need some earth straps, I think. So I'm going to get a couple on the engine and see if I can just get her to crank at all. Obviously she won't fly, there's no fuel lines, there's no coil packs. But just to see if I can hear whoop, 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 you know. But yeah, the harness is practically on. I said I'm 80% with it. Like the harness wires and things like that, on what I'm doing, and I've still got a little bit to learn. And obviously I've got a couple of good mates who have done this, and obviously they'll have the right advice for me, so I'll get it done. But yeah, I'm gonna have another quick look, put some earths on the engine and see what happens. Alright guys, so I've added a couple of earths. I know they're not great earths, but it's just to get the engine running or started or whatever. So yeah, there's 2 earths, one to the gearbox, one to that. Yeah, we've got the fuel pump and everything else primed. I'll give you a quick example. I did unplug it. Right, so basically, yeah, the fuel pump and all that primed and that, and I get engine light and all this. Look, why is this too? So you ready? But we get no crank still. But the fuel pump's fine, which is pissing out of the front. Yeah, it's pissing out of here, which is obviously fuel feed, but I'll put that on there. I may be silly, I may not be, I don't know, but I believe it could be to do with, you see on the starter motor, there's a little part that goes next to the main thing, and I think that's something to do with it. So yeah, this little, it's something to do with that. Obviously it can start without the alternator plugged in. I believe that's the reason it's not starting, something to do with that. I've got to speak to people about these charge harnesses, because yeah, I don't know if you've got to add your own plugs. I don't know, because obviously I can't find the alternator plug or another. I don't know if that's that earth that comes off of that. I don't know what that is, or another little power source. I don't know. I'm not really clued up on that, but yeah, I believe that's the reason it's not starting. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I said I'm going to speak to a few people tonight, try and get it sorted out and where to go. So yeah, just probably gonna wrap up the video here, guys. Well, wrap up today's progress anyway. So yeah, today's the Monday. Still haven't got enough with my tooth. My tooth is killing me. As you see, it's starting to come out my face now, like an abscess. But yeah, so I'm in agony. Blah blah blah. Anyway, enough of that rubbish. So but yeah, tomorrow I am gonna be going down to get the full map on the EP3. The full tune, the full send. Hopefully, there's no problems. As yeah, we just decided. Jesse said, "Oh, it's a free slot." He said, "Do you want to come down?" So I thought, "Oh, you know what? I might as well just get the engine fully tuned in the EP3 so that when this EK is ready for it to drop in, I've just got to drop the engine in and have no more problems. Like that's it. The car be away." So tomorrow is obviously the Tuesday. Today's the Monday, and I'm going to be going to send the EP3 to the moon. So fingers crossed we don't get any problems. But you won't be seeing this until after the EP3 video. So tomorrow I'm hoping to drop the EP3 video on how she done, what she made, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously Wednesday I'll come down here again if I'm not too tired, and I'll get more progress, and then I'll make it to my video for you lot. And hopefully I'll have my issue sorted. I've got to order some fuel hose, I know that now, and AN6 barb fitting. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it here, guys. You'll see you soon. Right. Yeah, if you remember the other day, obviously, like this episode I'm now showing is in dribs and drabs because obviously I started filming on Monday, then I went and got the tune Tuesday, had a day off Wednesday, now it's Thursday, and yeah, so that's why I might be a bit jumbled up on my talking. Apologise. You remember on the Monday in the other half of this video though, as that'll be in this one video, so I'm just waffling, don't worry. Anyway, we put the harness together. I couldn't get it to crank, if you remember rightly. I had no alternator plug, no knock sensor plug, no starter signal wire either, so it was never going to crank. It took me about 2 minutes to realise. I was like, oh yeah, there's no signal wire. So I've pulled apart the stock harness, thanks to K20 Hatch, Ishmael, and Mahir at PPR give me good advice and told me that it's possibly on the stock loop, and my boy Camille as well. Yeah, so we had to strip the stock loom apart and just plug this in basically. Knock sensors on, starter motors on, alternators on. Yeah, everything's on and it's all connected. Batteries, obviously that battery's dead, I think, so just use a battery pack. And as you can see, I've had it on. Right, keys off. Pump prime. You see, it wants to turn. So, oh God, they've got the fuel pissing out everywhere. Oh God. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. The engine's cranking. Excited now. So basically, yeah, I know that the wiring's all good. And all I'm waiting for is fuel lines to turn up. They should be here today. I've got to go and see my mate Craig to get them coils. I'm probably going to do that either today or tomorrow at some point if he's free. And then I think the next episode we should be running. So what I'm planning to do today is I'm just going to take all the harness back off and things like that. And I'm going to try and get all the front together. And I may even get all the shafts in as well. And then once that's all done, then I can plan on where I'm going to route all the wire, because I want to obviously have it nice and hidden. I spoke to my mate Greg. He said about doing it through here. He knows how it's meant to be done, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that, but it depends how long all this takes me to get through today. I've got new brakes for the front in the box there, and obviously I've got new lines, braided lines for the front also. So I've got put me red calipers on. They're not the best painted job, but believe me, up close they're a 40-footer job. Not even a 10-foot job. Yeah, they're pretty bad. So, but don't matter. It's yeah, they'll do the job as long as they work. That's all that matters. So I'm gonna jump into it, guys. And guess what? I forgot my tripod again. So yeah, sorry, man. There won't be no time lapses yet. Alright guys, I've been cracking on as usual, as you see in every video, because I can't do no time lapse at the moment. I've been on this about 2 hours now. I bought some brake nipples for the calipers as well. Turns out they don't fit, they're too long. They were listed for this car. But yeah, let me show you anyway what I cracked on with. Right, so guys, this side is completely done. I've got some major wasp or bee behind my head, but hopefully they don't come near me. But yeah, so coilover's on, braided brake lines on, new pads, new discs, caliper refurbish. Was going to change that. As you can see, I've got the new nipples here and they are too long, so yeah, I had to put that one back in just for the time to stop the fluid leaking. I will try and find because they're a shorter one for these for some reason, but I think she's looking quite nice. Shafts in, all this side is complete, and I must say I'm happy with it. It does look very good. So yeah, she's all, there's no binding or nothing like that. Obviously that's the shaft in, so that's why that's a little bit harder to spin. But yeah, got my braided lines on, everything. I know they're only 262s, guys. I know for a car that's going to be 700 horsepower, you're probably sitting there thinking, this guy is on crack. But nah, we'll see how it goes. So they've got braided lines, they're vented discs, so, and a little bit uprated pads, not stock. And obviously I'm going to have the discs on the back as well. And obviously the car is going to be light as anything, so I don't think it's going to be as bad as everyone thinks. But if it is, then I'll change them. It's no big deal. But I do know that they can fit drag wheels on these calipers and 262s, so that's why I'd like to ideally keep them. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's literally what I've been doing, guys. Is obviously, you imagine how seized all these little parts are. Took me a little while to get it all off, but I've cleaned it all up. New pads and discs on. Yeah, and this side's built up. The only thing I haven't done up yet is these. These have got to be done up properly, but yeah, really, really happy with it. Now, let's get the other side done, and then we're well on our way, guys. We know that she cranks now. We know that, yeah, well, I can see the sort of finishing line now. So I'm undecided on what I'm going to do about the exhaust when my engine's in there. Debating on running it out the side as easier. I don't know. I'm going to have a look. Okay, so I'm going to be wrapping the video up now. I need to bring the tripod badly so I can start doing some time lapses for you, because I'll smash this out today. It would have been a really good time lapse, and got a bit gutted I didn't bring it, to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you where we're leaving it, okay? Well, first of all, we're leaving the place in an absolute pigsty. That's because I need to get rid of all this rubbish. Look at the state of this place. Yeah, so I need to get rid of some rubbish. I'm getting a bit annoyed, really, with how lack of room there is and things like that to move. It does need a tidy, but when I tidy it, it gets dirty again straight away because I've got no room to move. As soon as the local tip opens up again, I will be cleaning up the unit properly. Anyway, enough about that babbling. So we got her cranking today. She cranks, and we know that if the fuel line's on, she'll probably start, which is a good thing. There is only one thing I've got to find out, and I'm going to ask a couple of the boys. Yeah, there's these two plugs here. Now I'm going to ask them where they go. I know they plug into each other, but I don't think that's right because it feels a bit tight. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to ask a couple of mates and see what they think and what they know, because yeah, they will probably know straight away. But that's my only little issue at the minute. But we know she's cranking anyway. You heard that earlier on, so she's cranking. All the front end, all the suspension's on, all the brakes, everything, both sides. So really happy with that. And that's where I'm going to leave it, really. All I've got to do now is get the rear trailing arms refurbished, as I'm trying. My mate ain't got a press at the moment. I And obviously I want to press one of the wheel bearings, or both of the wheel bearings are completely dead. So I've got to press the wheel bearings out and put new ones in. Let's see what the other one over here, look at the state of them. And then once that's done, I want to get them just hammer-righted up. And then once they're on the car, then I can obviously get the back of the car completely finished as well. So I think when I come back, I'm going to be getting that other trailer arm ready to go. And I'm also going to probably be looking to tuck the wiring harness underneath the dash, maybe the box as well. I've got to look into it because I know you've got to deep in a lot of stuff and it's a bit of a headache of a job. But if I want my exhaust from the turbo at the side, something I'm going to have to do, unfortunately. So yeah, but that's where I'm going to leave it. So another sort of, I don't know if I can't remember how much I've recorded or whatnot. So it's a decent length episode and a decent amount of stuff has been done, as you can see. So yeah, it's basically on the last sort of peggings now, really. Like I've got a crank in, well, I've got to really do now. Oh yeah, by the way, all the shafts are in as well. Didn't explain that. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, even the middle shaft's in as well. So theoretically, what I've got to do is my fuel lines are going to turn up. Well, they've turned up, I believe, today. So I've got to get them all buttoned up. What else have I got to do? So fuel lines are in. And then obviously I've got to bleed the clutch and all that sort of stuff. And then really, she should be moving on her own feet. Like obviously once the train line's done, but really she should be driving and ready to go. So yeah, it's happening, it's nearly done, and thank God for that. So I think I've finally got my head around the whole K-swap idea, and I'm happy about it because it's something I wanted to do for ages. And to hear us cranking and things like that, it's yeah, she's well on her way. So I'm absolutely looking forward to this. Once the fuel lines are on, I said that she's running, then I can sort of get this exactly where I want it, take this engine out, put the 700 brake engine in, and then good night, Vienna. That's all I can say. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I said you can see the work I've put in and the progress this time. Next one, I'm hoping to have her running completely and starting up and driving. So, well, I wouldn't be driving, but I mean, she'd be able to turn off her own power. It's all depending on the rear trailing arms where I can get them done. So yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Like, subscribe, share. We're getting out there now, right knocking on the door, 1,300 subs. Thank you for the support and the, like, all the kind comments and all the good luck comments about the EP3. Absolutely, you're superstars, all you. So yeah, I'll see you again in the next episode. Thank you.